Hello, and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Glad you're still with us and following along. Just more Beast War stuff, really. Maybe I shouldn't eat this. For now. Now, tons of more cards. I did about 9 cards in the last part 1. Of course, I've made more Beast War cards even before all this. But these are a little special because they're more in the same vein as what Wizards did. Just almost identical cards. Of course, Pincer Movement, I might need to change the name. But it does have the Predacon symbol in there. And it is Pincer Movement for the Beast War characters. So you can have 2 Predacons kind of converge on and attack the same character, at least, twice in one turn. So with that, let's start off. This is gonna be my 3rd take. I went about 24 minutes each time. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make this 24 minutes. Let's start off with, okay, we ended with bananas. Cold Spark Supervision. Cold Spark is like cold-hearted, which is a synonym, which I'm not using all of these with synonyms for evil or bad. Which is also a synonym for, callous. And then supervision is like leader, thus callous leadership. I'm not going to do the whole questionnaire and, guess the card kind of thing. That was good for at least a one-time fun. So this is basically callous leadership with Megatron. It's the rare white pip card with the same verbiage. Move up to 5 damage counters from one of your Predacon leaders that has 8 stars or more. Move it to one of your other characters. We went over emergency examination. Up next is honor. Now I need to relook at some of my honor characters that have that ability. You have about 4, maybe 5. The 2 Dinobots, Silverbolt, Tigerhawk, and I think Tigatron. I think those characters, on one of their sides actually has an honor ability. Silverbolt, I may have to change. Actually, I have changed it. I may have to show that, but not right now. I don't have the time. So honor is an upgrade version of this. It's an upgrade utility with a white and black pip. When this attacks in an secret action upgrade battlefield or zone was not played for turn. I might need to put there for turn. Now, I say it naturally. I just didn't write it in there. The upgraded character gets +3 to attack. So it seems like a pretty standard fare card, but at the same time, I'm thinking mixed with some other things that we have. If you're not playing a card, if you're not playing that Focus Fire or whatever it is, or new designs to play another upgrade or to add bold or tough to your character, or to be able to do some sort of neat combo, this is actually going to be giving that said character for attack +3 to attack plus whatever it has for its weapon and its base attack, etc. So how that will work with other characters that already have honor, I need to recheck. But that's what this is so far. That's why it has a star on it. So you wouldn't, and I made it like a super rare upgrade, which would, if it in a regular box of cards, you might hardly ever find this card. It would be really more rare than rare. We rarely ever had SRT battle cards. Anyway, that is honor. Let's go on to Hull Integrity, which it's really hard to see. It's the Nemesis from Beast Wars. All this stuff is Beast Wars. I might have another 1 or 2 that aren't here at the very end, but double orange pipped. One of the pips has the spaceship trait. So this would be great for your Shockwave decks. If you want to revisit Shockwave and have an extra, and no, there's no star on this. Or even my Spedabot characters, anything with spaceships. So you're going to get a double orange on the flip for your spaceship in alt modes. When it's an upgrade, it's an armor. For the upgrade, it gives only just +1 to defense, but sometimes that's all you need just to stay I mean, I've had so many mock games that I'll go through, and even a few over the phone, where it takes that one +1 defense to help keep someone in the field alive, not being KO'd. When you put this on a spaceship, scrap an enemy utility. Now, I've made lots of utilities, so that's a hull integrity. That's its own thing. It has nothing. Gosh, I sort of modeled it after something, but I can't remember which. Let's keep going. Malicious Mind Trip. Malicious is another, like a synonym for evil or bad. Mind Trip is sort of a synonym for like attitude or personality, or basically bad attitude. That's what this is. But with the Predacons, and it's a Predacon card. If you began the game with only Predacon characters, repair 1 damage from each of your characters, then do 1 damage to each maximal. So you're able to repair all your Predacons, and then you're damaging 1 to each maximal. If you have a mixed deck, I mean a mixed characters, they better be Decepticons, or you're gonna. I think you have to hit your maximals also. We went over Slag last time. Predictable pawns, range restore. Solenoid Affliction Beam. Solenoid is a bit. I was looking for synonyms for the word magnetic. This is Magnetic Dysfunction Ray from Wave 5. It's an uncommon. It's a black and a blue pip, orange and a black pip card. But I gave the black pip the beast trait, so only your beasts are going to be able to get that pierce. Do 1 damage to each character. Do 1 damage to each Predacon. So the Predacons are going to get hit twice. So I've actually flip-flopped the faction here. So this is actually a maximal card, not a Decepticon or Predacon card. So boom, there's Solenoid Affliction Beam, aka Magnetic Dysfunction Ray. So there's that. Since I've been going pretty fast, in the same vein as Agility of Bumblebee, I've got a lot of other little upgrades and utility cards, starting with Tyranny of Pterosaur. This was a picture of Pterosaur that I had for his alt mode that I ended up not using. I used the other one where he's like doing this right when one of the Maximals snuck into the base, and I want to say it was Dinobot, or I can't remember who. It's an upgrade utility that only gives +1 to attack added to the base of the character, but it does give, it's an orange pip card, which I rarely make orange pip cards, but you know, I'm kind of copying what Wizards has already done with Decepticons and Autobots, but we got to do something for Maximals and Predacons. Instead of making all these brand new cards, which I've already done, we'll revisit those sometime on another later, or you can watch some of my older previous videos where you saw those also revealed. Some of them might need to be updated a little bit. Anyway, when this is on while this is on Pterosaur, and he attacks, do 1 damage to an untapped enemy. So, in the same vein as Agility of Bumblebee, when you put this on and you attack, something is going to happen. Well, while this is on Pterosaur, not when it's put on there. So while this is on Pterosaur and he attacks, you get to tap. You get to do 1 damage to an untapped enemy. I'm talking too fast. I'm sorry. So there's that one. The Vigor of Waspinator. Originally, I wasn't going to go over these. Vigor of Waspinator, another upgrade utility. Also another orange pipped card. But this one is common and gives +1 to defense to Waspinator. I mean, it can go on anybody and give them just +1 to defense as a utility if your Waspinator's been KO'd, say. But while this is on Waspinator and he attacks, he gets +1 to it added to his attack. So this is going to give your Waspinators, of any Waspinator, I guess, if someone brought out the Transmittal Waspinator based on the old toy, which I'm not doing, it's still a Waspinator. It's not a stratagem. It doesn't have the specific type of subheading function for a Waspinator. You just put it on a Waspinator, I guess. So there's that. Just like we have a lot of these upgrade weapons only can be put on Optimus Prime. Well, we have lots of Optimus Primes, and those weapons can go on any of those Optimus Primes. Same gimmick here. We went over Cold Spark Supervision. Let's look really quick at Cleverness of Rhinox. And again, it's I don't like this picture. I almost use a different picture that I had of him. But again, another orange pipped card, upgrade, utility, +1 to attack, like the agility of Bumblebee. That's all these are. Bumblebee, Waspinator was the only one I gave so far +1 to defense. And still had the orange pip card on there. While this is on Rhinox and he defends, you may play an upgrade. I meant to put armor upgrade, but I left it off. So when you're defending and your Rhinox is being attacked and he's defending, you can play an upgrade. I guess normally when he defends, you do it before the flip. So maybe I need to add that in there. I didn't mean to slow down, but there's that. So let's move on. Let's move on real quick. This is like my third time trying to record this today, and I've got a lot of work to do. Dark Courage. Dark Courage is a stratagem. It started off as a secret action. I've changed it. I didn't like it. Well, I did like it, but then it ended up the way I wanted this to happen. It was going to have to stay in the battlefield for the most part. But then I got to thinking, I don't know if there's a few cards that will knock out a secret action, or if there's a secret action in play, it can help certain characters or whatever. Kind of like the way I've sort of fixed Silverbolt. We'll have to get to him in another video. Dark Courage, the first selfless act of death. Now, it doesn't have to be the first KO of the game. It just has to be an Autobot leader. After an Autobot leader defends and has 3 health or less left, you may KO the defender, or you may KO the defending character. When you do, gives your remaining starting characters bold 1 and tough 1 for the game. Now, that's the point. Once I got thinking about this, okay, this is a star card. This is a stratagem. I've made combiners. I've made my protector bots and my combaticons with 24 stars. Is the Arcs also 24 stars? I think it is. Anyway, I think they did that too. So you can use that for them, and you can get brave on your leader and try to have your leader knocked out first. If you have Dark Courage in play, then yeah, you're going to be able to give the rest of your combaticons and protector bots for the game bold 1 and tough 1. But once they combine into Bruticus, Bruticus was not a starting character. He's not going to get the benefit of this. That's the point of why I put on there your when you do, gives your remaining starting characters bold 1 and tough 1 for game. Up next, basically, is in line with the same Beast War theme. It is the actual, or even Earth Rods. I didn't think about that. It's the golden discs. I just have it. I called it golden discs, but it's actually the front and back picture of the actual record that we sent into actual space on the I forgot the name of the thing that showed up as a plot point, major plot point in Beast Wars, and how G1 Megatron got it and passed on that information to any other Decepticons that would be able to do this and utilize, and the technology is there to be able to go back into the past and blah blah blah. I mean, it just blew up Beast Wars and blew our minds. We're like, wow, this came out of nowhere. It was a really good plot gimmick, and we've seen it some since then too, which has been really neat the way certain things have done, and it's even shown back up in the newest reiteration in the Netflix show. So golden discs, even though I showed discs because it's showing both the front and back of the record, and it's the real picture. I don't know if I should have used it, but for a card game on a piece of paper that's just going to be used and probably in 3 months not look as good, I don't have a problem with this. We're not trying to sell this or anything. I'll put all these out in Dropbox eventually if you want to print them yourself and download them, put them in a document, 2.5 or 3.5 black border, get them printed at somewhere and cut them out and go, woo, new cards. So Golden Discs is an upgrade utility with a white and 2 orange pips. One of those orange pips is for beast traits, so not everybody's going to get that 2 orange pip for attack, because I'm sort of centering on the Beast Wars theme here. But it is a Decepticon card because it seemed to be G1, Megatron, blah, 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 blah. We know, I just mentioned all that. When the equipped characters slow down battles, each player may draw 1. Each player that drew a card has focus 1 until end of battle. So this is an upgrade utility that gives +1 to defense. But let's look at that again. I went through that pretty quickly. I apologize. When the equipped character battles. So this is going to trigger whether the character wearing this is attacking or defending. Each player may draw 1. You don't have to, but it gives draw power to both players. And each player that draws 1 card, each player that drew a card has focus 1 until end of battle. So, yeah, you can help give you a little bit of focus. Maybe you've got 2 more of these in your deck and you haven't gotten to them yet, and you're using Beast War characters or something with the Beast, even Horrible or somebody like that from Wave 5. Yeah, it's the Beast trait. It's still applicable for these guys too. You can do your focus 1. Oh, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to see what's next, and flip. Both characters get to do, both players get to do that as long as they each drew 1. If someone knows their deck very well, and it's like, well, I'm not going to draw. Might be a dumb thing to do, but they may know their deck that well and what's actually in there and what they might actually pull next without needing to focus. There's a possibility. But still, when you have a chance to draw, normally you draw. So there's Golden Discs for that. And last up, there we go, is Tainted Matrix. It's exactly what you think it is. I don't think I've seen anybody do this before, but I could be wrong. I don't know if the Ark has done something like this, but it's almost just like the Matrix of Leadership, but it is Tainted Matrix. And it is a picture of a discolored picture of the death of Optimus from the 1986 movie. But I'm also thinking not just this, but I'm also thinking, say, Scourge from season 3 when he put it in and it went bad, or even the Matrix Quest from the Marvel Comics, which I really enjoyed. I still love that that part of those comics around issues 58 to 65, somewhere in there. So this is a Decepticon card only. Put on Decepticons only. It's got the +1 to attack. It has our orange and blue pip. The Decepticons are only going to be able to get the orange pip on the attack for the flip. While this is on a leader, so you got it on a Megatron per se, each of your other characters has +1 to defense, not attack. After the equipped character battles, do 1 damage to the equipped character. So, yeah, not just to attack, each battle. If you attack, you damage that character. After you defend with that character, and it still has Tainted Matrix, damage it by 1 because you just defended. Boom. Tainted Matrix. And that's really all I have time for. I've gone overtime. I need to get back to work. I was trying to take a little break and trying to film again what a lot of these cards that I still have a lot of. Yeah, we went over the legendary Stormfall sword, I believe, not that long ago. A lot of neat things, a lot of fun things. I cannot wait. I've got to get these printed. I really want to use these cards. I've never been excited for cards I've made before. These I'm really excited about. So I apologize for talking super fast. I hope you caught all that, as I might be the fastest southerner down here in the south, the state of Alabama. But as far as that goes, thanks for watching. Thanks for following. I hope you can take something from this. I'll put the link to the Dropbox in the description. Give a like if you like this video. Make a comment if you see anything that might need to be changed up or corrected a little bit. I think everything seems okay because I'm really trying to follow the real lead of the real wizards of this game to continue along in a Beast War theme and to make sure things are unfolding in the right way. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. And as always, Autobots, flip out and let's roll for it.